Okay, so this one's for Max. Invocation and evocation. What does it all mean? Well, invocation and evocation are basically the same thing. They used to mean the same thing, and then Crowley came along, and like Crowley does with shit, he changed all the meanings around. Like he's the dude we can pretty much blame for adding a K on the end of magic. Um, just to really define what the difference is between stage magic and real magic. But what is real magic? Well, Crowley said that magic is the act of causing change in conformity with will. Basically means that you change reality through the use of your mind. And in a broader sense, changing reality through application of will can be used for basically anything. I mean, if you turn a tap, you are affecting reality through the application of yourself because you're the one turning the tap. So you can define it a bit more, really. Crowley's belief really, set the stage for a lot of other beliefs coming along. I add through the essence of belief on the end of Crowley's definition. So I would say that magic is the act of changing reality through the application of will through the mode of belief. So therefore, you don't need to believe you're turning the tap because you are turning the tap. Whereas in magic, you believe that you are summoning demons, or you are, I don't know, predicting the future, talking to the dead, waving a wand around and causing spirits to appear, whatever. It's through the medium of belief that this changes. That's basically the core of chaos magic. I mean, chaos magic is belief as a tool. So if you apply your belief through the application of your will onto the world in general, you can affect change. But anyway, back to the topic of invocation and evocation. It's quite a delicate topic, really. I mean, to invoke something, you're effectively calling it to you. I mean, you can invoke basically anything. You can invoke change, you can invoke spirits, you can invoke your parents. I mean, you could theoretically say that something like a cell phone is a tool of invocation because you ring someone up and you're invoking their presence through the phone. They're actually physically there, but the presence is definitely there. Invocation like that is through magic is similar. It's using I suppose, a mental cell phone to call something, and hopefully relying on the fact that you're actually contacting something and not just contacting the aspect of your psyche, which more than likely usually happens most of the time. I mean, what is a spirit? Is it a reflection of your own mind? Is it an element of your subconscious? Is it part of your psyche as a whole, or are you actually contacting something external to yourself? It's really debatable, I guess. It doesn't really matter. I mean, you get groups like the atheistic Satanists, the Church of Satan, that really don't believe in spirits and things. They really see the whole element of invocation, evocation is calling forth a part of your own being, which is cool. I mean, it definitely works for some people. A lot of people like to believe that you're not, that you're actually calling forth something which is external to yourself. I've had a lot of experience with evocation and invocation, or either or both. I mean, if you define them as being the same thing, then yeah, I've had a lot of experience. But yeah, had a lot of experience mostly with evocation, I think, more than invocation, because I mean, I tend to evoke things rather than invoke things. In particular, the demons of the Ars Goetia. I've called forth all 72 of the demons at some point or another. I had a lot of experience with Asmodeus. Asmodeus saved my life on 2 different occasions. Um, Basically, I think the key to good evocation is to make sure that you follow the rules set down by the system that you're using. If you use the lesser key, then use the lesser key. I mean, there are reasons why these things exist. You can definitely summon any one of the 72 demons of the Goetia using basically anything you want. I mean, that's the key of magic, it's belief. But using the tools set down in the lesser key guarantees that the spirits you're contacting are the ones that you're trying to contact. You're not just contacting something that's calling itself Baal or calling itself Citri or something, because that's one of the things with dealing with evocation. You think of it as like calling the boss of some huge corporation out of the blue. I mean, you ring this boss up out of like Megacorp, for instance, and on the phone you say, "Turn up, I want to talk to you." I mean, what would you do if you're the boss of a corporation of like 5,000 years old and thousands and thousands and thousands or millions and millions of followers and major contracts and everything, and some dude you've never heard of just gives you a call and says, "Come to my house." You pretty much say, "Fuck off! I'm not coming to your house. Who do you think you are?" So the key is to find ways to actually communicate and to ensure that you're actually communicating with the boss and not just one of the boss's lackeys who's coming along to give you a PowerPoint presentation on being such a cock. Um, so yeah, I mean there are definitely tools. A 9-day fast is really cool. Well, it's not really cool, it's really horrible, but it will definitely open your mind. I've done it once. It was fun. Kind of fun after the fourth day. 4 days without sleep is hard work, man. 9 days without sleep is actually a lot easier than 4 days without sleep. Because after 4 days without sleep, your mind kind of switches off. If you don't eat for 4 days, you feel hungry. If you don't eat for 9 days, you don't feel hungry at all. You just feel empty and you feel sore. And everything kind of hurts, but everything's been hurting for a few days anyway, so it's not an issue. Um, it's really surprising what the body can handle. But yeah, I mean, I've called in Asmodeus many times. I call him quite a lot. I mean, it's one of the demons which I would contact the most out of all the demons, him and Paimon. I use Paimon a lot with my business dealings. I've been using Bale a bit with my working against this group that's screwed me over for 300 V-Bucks. And yeah, I've got the Fallen Angel Oracle deck that I'm using on a daily basis as well to kind of get an impression of where I'm at demonically. Yeah. But evocation's a trick. I mean, you have to suspend a lot of disbelief when you're dealing with evocation. It's one of those sort of things that you need to realize that these forces are actually real. They are actually incredibly powerful forces. And what you're doing is you're building a bridge between your mind and this force, this spiritual essence, which is the demon. And it's through that bridge that you can actually understand the demon. I mean, if you came face to face with something that ridiculously powerful, it would just blow your mind. So you need to develop some sort of like technique to connect, and that's what the magic of evocation actually does. It creates an avatar of that particular force that you can then call upon. Invocation exactly the same, but I think invocation more for just liaising, kind of getting the feel. But the true evocation, true actually calling the demon forth, calling the spirit forth, and having them manifest, uh, that's just something else, eh? So yeah, I definitely use all the tools of evocation, less a banishing ritual of the pentagram to start with. You can't really use LRBP to get rid of anything too powerful. It's not really a tool to get rid of the demonic, it's a tool to get rid of the astral nasties or clean the space and kind of make it nice and neat. For the actual working itself, you have to actually release the demonic forces afterwards. You have to let them go. You get them licensed to depart. Another thing that people seem to be getting wrong at the moment is appearing on Facebook all the time as to what the difference between a circle and a triangle is. You'll see on um, my screensaver here, I have one of Blue Fluke's pieces of art where he has the triangle of art on it. The triangle of art is where the demon manifests. It contains the words of God as a form of protection, and you sit in a circle of protection, which you better make right, because if you don't make sure it's right, you're fucked. It's that bluntly. It's the only thing standing in the way. So all these stupid Facebook memes that have name 3 things you put in a circle to summon me is like saying, call forth a demon into your presence with no protection whatsoever, and watch what it does to you. If you know it well enough, it probably won't do anything, but demons are capricious little bastards. Even ones that you deal with on a regular basis will treat you like shit if you let them. You don't have to be forceful, you don't have to be mean, you don't have to be rude to them. They're incredibly powerful forces, so you treat them with respect, but you don't treat them like shit. You don't tell them to do stupid things, you don't ask them stupid questions. You work out how you can work together, and you set guidelines and parameters, and you work together to cause effect and change through your will and your belief. Yeah. So yeah, I guess that's just an overview. I don't know how much more detail to really go into. I don't know how much information you guys actually know. Uh, I know some of you know guys know shitloads, but Just ask me questions, guys. If you want something more specific, just ask me a specific. Ask me details and things. You know, what do you think of this? What do you think of that? I'm not claiming to know everything because I don't know everything. I know bits and pieces here and there. I mean, I've been around for a long time. I've picked up a lot of information. I can answer questions, and if I can't answer questions, I'm not going to bullshit you. You know, if I can't answer something, I'll tell you I can't answer something. I'm open and honest. I believe in some crazy fucked up shit. Yeah, I do believe in some crazy fucked up shit. But at the end of the day, so does everybody. I mean, some weirdos believe that if you stick a noose around your neck and go to work every day, it'll make you better. It won't. I work in a situation where you just wear a suit, shirt, and everything, and we're as professional as anybody else. We don't need ties. But a lot of people believe that's the case. A lot of people believe that they put on a suit every single morning with a jacket and everything. That makes them more powerful. It's corporate armor. It doesn't make you powerful. It makes you believe you're powerful. And through your belief that you are powerful, you affect change in accordance with your will. Okay, guys. Catch you later. Signing off.